Okay, David Essel here with another day. This is day 13 of our 365 days to a better you. Health, wealth, attitude, love, success, and more. I'm David Essel. So what are we going to talk about today? This is really important, and it has to do with forgiveness. But I'm going to tell you a story that is going to blow your mind. And it's important in all of these tips that we give that I share with you, other people as well, not just myself. And this is something that was taught to me by Dr. Joe Vitale. He's the guy from The Secret, one of the many expert stars on The Secret. Well, Dr. Joe was on our show, and he talked about something that he discovered around 2007, and that's the power of the prayer, Ho'oponopono. It's a Hawaiian prayer. I'm going to ask you to Google it. Go ahead and look at Dr. Joe's books like At Zero and Zero Limits. Phenomenal writings on the power of this prayer. So one of my clients, I'm so excited, this just happened a week ago. One of my clients came to me and was talking about how she attended a party. It was a function at a restaurant, and the topic turned to politics, to which she had no expertise. So she just sat and listened. Long story short, at the end, everyone's leaving, and one of the women that was at the table came over to her and said, "Well, that was a bust of a dinner party for you, wasn't it?" My client looked at her and said, "What do you mean?" And she said, "Well, I could see by the way everyone ignored you that you're pretty ignorant about politics. So I hope you have a great night." And with that, she sort of smirked and walked away. My client was broken, heartbroken. She walked out, went into the forest, actually the woods, not far from where she lived, and just cried. She was sobbing. She couldn't believe that someone could be so cruel. The very next day, appropriately enough, was our session. Now, we do it over the phone because she lives in another state. She went through and told me the whole story, and she was very emotional. At the end of it, she said, "You know, you have given me some of the most amazing tools to deal with life since I started working with you. Do you have anything to deal with this?" And I said, "You know, I do, but it's going to be difficult." And it's called a prayer, Ho'oponopono. And this is what it stands for. 4 lines. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. There was silence on the phone. And I said, "This is what I want you to do. Every day for a week, I want you to write out the person's name. I love you. Then her name. Next, I'm sorry, her name, for anything I've caused to make you upset. Next, please forgive me, and the person's name. And last, thank you." Well, at first it doesn't seem like a logical prayer, but in Dr. Joe Vitale's books, he explains the whole thing more than I can here on a couple-minute segment. So a week goes by. We had our session last night, and she calls me all excited. She goes, "David, that prayer was incredible. At first, I didn't even feel like writing it, but I did because you gave it as an assignment. Listen to this. On Thursday night, I get a text from the woman telling me that we didn't start off our friendship very well, and she apologized and invited me out for a social event. She said, "David, I couldn't believe it. And the only reason it happened, I know, was because of the prayer." I want to share that with you. If you want to know more about the prayer, take a look at Dr. Joe's books or contact me at talkdavid.com. Also, don't forget to join our YouTube channel. I'll be sharing all kinds of stories here to give you an edge up on life. I want to have you see a better you in 365 days. And then last, get our book. It's absolutely free, The Power of Focus, at talkdavid.com. Have a wonderful day.